Gardner Minshew is the one who beat the Jets this past week, and he looked incredible, but obviously that's against the Jets. But it's kind of interesting because when you watch Gardner Minshew play, you're like, hey, this guy's actually pretty good. Now, I know I just watched him against the Jets, but here are the numbers. In his career, he's a 64% completion percentage. He's thrown 39 touchdowns and only 11 picks in 25 games. You're telling me that's not an NFL-capable quarterback? Now, he started 9 games for Jacksonville last year and only won one of them, but they were trying to lose last year. They didn't want to win those games. So it didn't matter how he played, or maybe they tried to limit him in the playbook. There are a few teams that I could think of. You go back to those teams in the hunt that aren't that good, that maybe have solid rosters and the missing piece is a quarterback. Why is Gardner Minshew not getting a job as a starter in this league? Think about Baker Mayfield in Cleveland. I think Cleveland would look better with Gardner Minshew. Think about Jimmy Garoppolo in San Francisco. Now, they have their answer. Trey Lance is going to be the answer there, I think, for a long time. I think that's who they're going to bring in next year. Pittsburgh, Ben Roethlisberger is washed. And I heard Bill Simmons talk about how, next year everyone's going to talk about Gardner Minshew to Pittsburgh, and it's going to be like, oh, this is a crazy story, Gardner Minshew to Pittsburgh. And he's been saying it for a year already. But they'd be better. Denver, the same thing. We know what Teddy Bridgewater is. We saw it again Sunday night. He's inconsistent. Sometimes he's good. Sometimes he's bad. He's mostly average. Washington, I'd like Taylor Heineke, but he's a good backup. Gardner Minshew, I think, is a legitimate starter in this league. Carolina, they're a mess. Sam Darnold, Cam Newton, mess. And New Orleans. New Orleans, they obviously don't have the answer currently at quarterback. I would love to see Gardner Minshew in New Orleans. Although I did see a rumor that Russell Wilson might go to New Orleans next year, which I've talked about the Russell Wilson trade rumors in the past on this podcast. My question is, with all these teams constantly looking for quarterbacks, quarterback is the hardest position to find in this league, right? It's the position that everyone's trying to get one. You have one, and he's sitting there as a backup, and nobody wants him, and he's cheap. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And I think Gardner Minshew should be a starter in this league.